Hi again, folks. In this video, we're going to discuss what have the Pegulas done in Buffalo. Coming up. Okay, shout out goes to Daniel Fielding. Asked me if I could do a video on what the Pegulas have done in Buffalo. And I will just go with what comes off the top of my head because it's kind of a little hypocritical since I don't live in Buffalo to do a video on this. But what I do know about and what I have not seen in person, right off the bat, are the statues. For me, the statues symbolize a huge respect to the greatest era probably in Buffalo Sabres history, which was our first decade. And I think it's really important that we recognize what the French Connection historically has meant to this franchise, you know, and to honor them that way, I think was just fantastic. I think it was just an amazing idea. And it had to be done because they were really the line of the 70s in my books. I know there were other productive lines, but my God, the French Connection were at least the most exciting to watch. They were. And to top off other things, let's talk about like the Wall of Fame. That I never seen. I guess I never will, the new dressing room, you know, the new dressing room. Things like that, you know, like he just opened his wallet, you know, and this to me is, I think, what we have to remember when it comes to the Pegulas is they're not cheap owners, okay? They're not. They make some dumb boneheaded mistakes, yes, but when it comes to the money, if they think this team can win the Stanley Cup, they're going to be all in financially. We know that. And sadly, a team like Ottawa never will be. Melnyk will just not go all in. And if he does and they don't win the Stanley Cup, he's moving guys out of town. He's opening up his wallet again. And, you know, what if we had a cheap owner like that? Imagine. People will talk about how our owner's bad. No, it's kind of stupid, but he's not a bad guy at all. No, he loves the team. He loves Western New York. He's all in for Western New York. God, if anything, it's stability, guys. Anytime people complain about Pegula, geez, you should have been in the era with Golisano then, who wouldn't open his wallet. Imagine Pegula, if he had Pegula's mentality back then about opening his wallet, where would we have got to, right? Sad. It is, going back to that 2006 squad again. It just drives me nuts. We sat on $11 million at the deadline. Should have backed it up. We should have backed up the team. We have an owner here that will. We have an owner here that is willing to do anything to make this franchise win, except maybe staying out of it, keeping his distance, minding his own business. And if he can learn to do that as an owner, we're in good shape. We will be in good shape. I don't think there'll be a problem there, really. He needs to just learn to back off, let everybody do their job, and here's my wallet if you need it, which he is learning to do. I even look at these Embedded Sabres episodes, and you notice Pegula sometimes shuts up and lets Adams do all the talking. They really believe in him, and I'm starting to also a lot more than I did last year at this point, because I watched the way he was all summer, and I'm very impressed with Adams not bending and not giving in, but he will have to make a decision, and that's where Pegula will have to come in, because Pegula's flipping the checks. And I have to say, okay, what do you want to do? We have to really think about this now. We can't let this drag till next year, because think about it, guys. Next year, Jack gets a $7.5 million signing bonus, right? I'm pretty sure that's the number, if I'm right, off the top of my head. So he's got a big signing bonus coming in. We've got to get on this. So that's another thing that's coming. We got an owner that's willing to put the money out. To me, that's gold. That really is gold. You know, he's willing to put out the money. You've seen last year, he didn't want to go to the cap, right? He didn't want to max the cap, but the minute he thought he could improve the team, he did it one more time. And he brought in, Stahl and Taylor Hall, and of course it backfired, but he tried, is my point. So this year, it's almost like he's earned the right, Pegula, to be cheap this year. And it's a smart strategy this year. It is. We got to have money opened. So when it's time, we just call, hey, Terry, we need to get this guy, and he'll just tell, I'm sure he'll tell Adams, do what you got to do. Just do it. That to me is gold. And the fact that he loves Western New York. You guys remember, come on, 10 years ago, how you guys were all cheering him when he came on the ice. Everybody looked at him like the savior, the great owner. Funny what losing can do, right? Can turn you right off, and it should. But I think he was learning how to be an owner back then. Now he's got a little more experience, you know, the everyday running of the team. I think he's gotten a little smarter as an owner. So let's see this year. Let's just leave it for that this year. Pegula, for me, has done great for, you know, and the Buffalo Bills. I don't want to forget them either. He's done great for Western New York. He's willing to open his wallet to make sure that that team, and I'm willing to bet you anything that Terry Pegula will spend his last cent if he had to keep the team in Buffalo. And for me, that's gold. I'll leave it at that. All right, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you in the next one.